want to demonstrate barbell row for you guys. There are actually a couple varieties of barbell row because it's an excellent back exercise that does not require a lot of complex equipment like a lat pull down or a cable row. I also see a lot of people doing this incorrectly, so it's an important one to go over and to really give you guys some detail on what you should be seeing and feeling while you're doing it. Now, a basic barbell row, you're using a bar and rowing against gravity, so you're basically getting in a position where you can pull the bar against gravity and engage your upper back and middle back muscles, your lats, and all around your shoulder blades. What I want to start with is a more upright barbell row position to really target the lats and the lower lats. So, say you've got some weight on the bar, you deadlift it up with proper form. Go ahead and watch my deadlift video if you're not sure how to do that, but basically you want to keep good posture, weight in your heels and back in your hips. From here, if you let the weight just hang, you can feel it hanging from your traps, from your shoulders. All the weight is hanging from my upper body and my shoulders and near my neck. Now, as you go into the descent of a deadlift, so basically as I'm going back down towards the ground, I push my hips back, I bend my knees slightly. When you feel the weight of the bar shift more towards your middle back or your lats, if you're aware of where those are, that's when you're in the right position for this one. A lot of people can't feel their lats or just don't know where they are. So when you feel the weight shift out of your shoulders and more towards the middle of your back, or about 2/3 of the way up your back, you're in the right spot. Now, a big problem I see from here is a lot of people want to row the bar straight up against gravity. They pull the bar vertically by hunching their shoulders and curling it with their biceps. Now that's going to miss your back entirely, and you're not going to be able to handle very much weight either. So what you want to do is, in essence, instead of pulling vertically, you're pulling horizontally. You're drawing your elbow backwards in this direction, so the bar almost gets dragged up your thighs. And I like to tell people there's someone standing right behind you and you want to elbow them. That's the position you want to get in. So, I deadlift it up, I drop down just until I feel the weight go into my middle upper back. And then I'm drawing my elbows backwards, so the bar is really coming towards my belt buckle or my belly button. And I'm really squeezing my middle back. If you feel it up in your shoulders, you're still pulling upwards too much. You want to pull back horizontally. Squeeze hard. Notice I have an underhand grip. That's a good way to emphasize the lats in particular, which is the middle of your back. If you want to shift the emphasis upward a little bit, the former is exactly the same. You just take an overhand grip and pull it back. Notice my spine arches as I come up a little bit. Like all exercises, you want to have perfect posture, and if you lose your posture and let your spine round, you're going to completely lose the effect of the exercise, and it becomes more dangerous. Also, you want to notice that I am not doing a hip drive. As the weight gets heavy, and especially when you see people who aren't really familiar with the proper form here, they do a big hip thrust to get it up there. They're pushing with their heels, they're popping their hips back, and they're using momentum. You want to do this under control, squeeze your back muscles, and lower it under control. Now, there is a position you can get in on barbell row where you're dropping your torso lower, and that's going to emphasize more towards the upper back a little better, all around the shoulder blades. Basically on that one, you want to take a little bit wider grip than I had, so a few inches outside shoulder width, overhand, and instead of going to just that 30 to 45 degrees, you want to drop down near horizontal. And in this one, you're rowing the bar up just under your chest towards where your ribs and your chest meet, or even towards the bottom of your rib cage. You're still drawing your elbows up with your upper back, and you're not curling at all. So you're pulling your elbows back behind you and squeezing your shoulder blades. The difference here is you're not pushing the bar horizontally by driving your elbows. You're literally just pulling it right to here, between the bottom of your chest and the bottom of your ribs. If you can't feel your shoulder blades and middle back working there and it's still all going into your neck, you're pulling the bar too high on your body. So make sure the bar isn't starting to creep up and you're pulling it towards your neck. You want to still pull it towards the bottom of your chest. Now those are a couple great ways to work your entire back. This is a great bread and butter back exercise where you're really going to work a lot of muscles all at the same time. So I encourage you guys to give it a try.